If you're going to train through play, you need to have a couple good tug toys. The two I recommend are the Kong wubba and a good old-fashioned rope toy. I prefer the Kong wubba because dogs seem to take to it, mainly because of the shape, the fact that it squeaks. It gives your guy a little something to bite and to tug onto while retrieving and obviously playing tug. It has these tentacle pieces that are double stitched that make it even more tantalizing for your dog to engage with. And it also makes it easier for you to grip. When playing with your puppy, use the squeaker aspect of this toy only if you see your dog's interest level starting to dwindle. The second your puppy turns away, squeak the toy while moving backwards. If your puppy's day is structured right, he will have the drive, so you should only have to do this a handful of times per play session. Remember, I don't want you to be pushing the toy onto your puppy, squeaking it non-stop. The second toy that I have in my go-to closet is a good old-fashioned rope toy. You want to get one that's proportional in size to your puppy. If you have a puppy that still has some growing to do, you can get one that's slightly bigger, knowing that it will quickly grow into it. Get one that has knots tied on both ends, and don't buy ones that are extra long. Once we get to the section where we start to lightly add rules to the game of tug and fetch, you don't want a bunch of extra rope hanging out to tempt your dog to re-grip once it's already let go of the grip. The main thing to keep in mind when you're playing tug with your puppy is to not let their teeth get caught on that tug toy and yank it quickly. This is especially true when you're playing with a rope tug toy or any other toy that their sharp little teeth might get stuck on. If this happens, you'll see your dog go from playing crazy out of control to walking away and just having it be game over. This temporarily kills your dog's tug drive and breaks up the flow of your train through play session. For that same reason, do as little no base training as possible while still training through play. If your puppy is properly motivated to play, you have something of value that you can withhold until he does what you want. So you should almost never have to shut down any inappropriate behavior if done correctly. Now I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but remember, in general, if you have something your puppy wants, you should be able to guide him with light communication using whatever it is he wants to have him respond. Always be thinking, how can you get more and more value from what he used to just get just because? One way we do this when it comes to tug is by putting away the tug toys until we're ready to play with them. This is typically done after we wake up your dog from his nap, or we let him out of his cage after he's had some good chewing time. Remember, when I say putting away the tug toys, I mean just that. Put it away, where your puppy doesn't have access to it. That doesn't mean put it in a basket full of your dog's toys where he can access it at will, at ground level. There should be no box on the floor where your dog has a ton of different plush toys to choose from. The reason is twofold. First, is that your puppy will destroy these toys, which we already discussed, that develops destructive habits. The second reason is if you're always leaving tug toys down, it diminishes not only the value of the tug toys, but it also diminishes the value of the bones he should be chewing on. I can't tell you how many houses I go into where the owners just keep buying more and more toys and hoping that the more toys will give their dogs more options to chew on and they'll be less prone to chewing. The puppy ends up thinking that almost everything is a play toy. To reiterate, what I'm telling you is that your puppy only needs one always available bone to chew on and a compressed rawhide used strategically for chewing. For gameplay, all he needs is one or two tug toys and a tennis ball kept up until it's time to play. Less items used more strategically is so much more clear to your puppy.